Storm, your hostess that does the mostest. Are you ready to laugh, turn up, downright out the fool, baby? Well, sit back and get ready because Loose Rap starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, yes, this is your girl, Christina Storm, the hostess that does the mostest. And yes, I am back for season 1, episode 2 of Loose Rap Show. So are you all ready? There's so much stuff going on. There's been so much stuff going on since the coronavirus and the pandemic and the riots and things. So let's get right into it. Tea on the street. Tea on the street, if you don't know what tea on the street is, that is anything dealing with the DMV, anything dealing with celebrity news, anything dealing with any drama going on in the world. It could be as far as the UK, it could be as far as Russia, anything. It basically deal with anything that's important to us as a people, as a country. So our first topic of tonight it was sent out on June 1st, 2020 on Hollywood Unlocked. Racist stabbed Joe Jackson's granddaughter multiple times in her face and her body. That scares me because it means that we have no control right now. The world has no control. People don't have no control over their feelings and their emotions. But let's get into it. Joe Jackson's granddaughter Yasmin posted on her Instagram that she was a victim of a hate crime when a woman chased her while yelling nigger several times. She also posted several graphic pictures, which I don't have the liberty to post, but I will post the actual the actual I guess news forecast or news post that it actually was in, or I guess the post that Hollywood Unlocked did. So it said she was stabbed 7 times right by her house because she was a nigger. It says this woman she says that this woman chased her down and started stabbing her. She said it was because I was a nigger and that all I could hear while she was stabbing her. It says I can't move. She couldn't move her neck. She was scared. She was alone. She asked people to help. Nobody helped her. It wasn't until I guess they realized that it was serious, that somebody stepped in and a few people did help her, and she was thankful. Yasmin states that she was proud, even after this moment, even after this situation happened and her going to the hospital and everything, she was still happy and still proud to be African American woman. She says the woman in question has not been charged much, but basically she was charged with battery and with the deadly weapon. To me, that's not much. That's why I said she wasn't charged with much, because she literally had intent to murder this girl. I don't know how old she is, so I can't say child, but this woman. And you ran up to her just because she was black. Like, dude, what gives you the right? That's just like us having the right to come up to you and beating you with a ton of quarters that we take to the laundromat. Come on now, like, Trump has these people thinking that they can do anything and everything, and it's not okay. It's not okay. I feel bad for her. At first, I wasn't going to do this story because it dealt with Joe Jackson. You know, everybody knows who Joe Jackson is. If you don't know, I'm not going to talk bad about the person, the man, but y'all know his history. So, but I did feel like this was a story that needed to be talked about because people are taking shit out of hand. Way too out of hand. Like, this race, it's a race war right now. It is nothing else. A race war and a civil rights war right now. And we need to hurry up and nip this shit. I ain't gonna say hurry up and nip this shit in, but we need to come with some demands. Because the longer this prolongs, the worse it gets. So black people of color, people of the LGBTQ community, people who are less fortunate, people who are disenfranchised, come with your fucking demands. We have to come with our demands, and we have to be straight and straightforward and let it be known, until we get what we want and what we need, this type of shit is still going, the riots and things are still going to go on, period. June 1st, 2020, there was a video of people stealing stuff off a train, off of a marked train. Selling flat screen TVs off a marked train. And you could tell I can't say they was no older than like Let's say 25. The oldest one in the group was 25. But it wasn't just one or two or three or four or five. It was literally about a good 25, 30 of them. And you're sitting there like, and all niggas. And I said, even though the white lady said in the other thing, I was all niggas. Because that's what it was. And y'all look stupid as fuck. I know y'all, this was a part of y'all protesting or whatever the case may be, but what the fuck is the TV gonna do when you got people coming into your house shooting you down and trying to beat your ass? It's just not gonna do the same thing. Let's be honest. It's not gonna do the same thing. That TV only gonna last for so long. And then their asses had nerve. They was tossing TVs off that thing like it was their apples off a tree. So I'm sitting there like, y'all tossing TVs. Now what if y'all break them up for the TV? Then you won't have a damn TV. You look stupid as fuck. I understand what you're doing, but you're not directing it to the right. You're not putting the right energy towards the right things. Get y'all shit together for tossing TVs like fucking damn 50 inches and 60 inches that I could be having in my motherfucking apartment. You know what I'm saying? In my apartment, my department. And y'all throwing TVs off the damn train like it's candy and daggone piano. It's not, no. Bless y'all hearts. It's sickening. Like y'all do. I do get what you're doing, but you are giving them the exact picture in their heads, especially ones that's been programmed and kind of confused about how to feel about racism. Exact picture in their head of what the fuck they picture black motherfuckers being like. And not every black person is dumb and stupid to do that shit because y'all was so close to the damn train. I swore I seen somebody fail. And what if that person fell and went under the train or the train dragged them under? They would be dead. They would be crushed because the train was moving. It was no way to stop the train. Come on now, y'all stupid. Y'all not thinking. Think. It's okay to riot. It's okay to do what you're doing. But think smart. Be smart about what the fuck you're doing and how you're doing it. And then think about the fact that you're young as shit. Like y'all were young. Y'all, this wasn't no third. This wasn't. Then I give the oldest one a fucking 30-year-old, but it wasn't no like the mid 30s and up that was doing this shit. These was these young dumb motherfuckers high off of water and weed and everything else in between, and probably some fucking pussy or some fucking dick. You know what I'm saying? Because they said that get me one of them TVs off the train, boo. Get me one of the trees off the train, boo. I said trees. Get me one of the TV off the train, boo. And you can get some of my coin. Your life for a fucking inanimate object. Get y'all shit together. May 31st, 2020 on World Star Hip Hop. Batman shows up at that Philly protest ready for action, baby. He came so ready. If he would have had the Batmobile, he could have pulled up in a black fucking Ferrari. He came up strolling through there. You just knew this was a movie because he came. Everybody was surrounded like at the end of the protest or whatever, and you saw the little debris, and then you saw the people walking around there like it's Batman, and you just knew that it was a clip for a fucking movie. But it was funny because he just strolled up in there. He didn't say shit like Batman. He ain't do nothing. He just rolled up in there like what? He was like, I am Batman. So how Batman do? I am Batman. So, you know, he just strode up. And I thought that it tickled me because he had to walk like Batman. He had that smooth walk. He had flipped his cape and everything, that black hair. He was like, Batman to the game. So, but it was good. I definitely feel like it brought the morale of the protest up a little bit. And you can hear people say, oh my gosh, it's Batman. Come on, Batman, let them have it. Show them we're not fucking playing and all this stuff. I'm like, that's what's up. Even though I think whoever did it, y'all was hot as hell. Cause it's been hot as shit. And this was back in May 31st. This was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I know you was hot as shit, because I was hot as shit. And I had that on dresses on and everything, and I was still hot as shit. So I know you was hot as shit and all that damn pleather. Yes, I said pleather, because that shit, all I can say is, thank you, Batman, because you did lift the morale of the Philly protesters. But make sure you got an air conditioner air condition inside that suit next time, because I know you was burning up. I know when you got out of there, you probably drunk the whole daggone sink water. You probably fill up the damn sink and put some ice in it and drunk that shit like it was a fucking Slurpee from 7-Eleven. That was, to me, was so tickled. And then not only that, but Spider-Man did a little appearance too on one of the videos. And his ass was climbing up the damn building. I was like, these motherfuckers really think they damn the Avengers and the daggone Justice League or something. The dude, whoever Spider-Man, I think you did a better job than the Batman. Even though the Batman, it was just the Spider-Man. It was the way that they did the camera. It was like it faded in, and then it started clearing up. And that's how normally they catch Spider-Man in a movie. But Batman came through so damn clean and so fucking sweet and sexy. Like it looked like something from one of the Batman movies. Baby, Batman to the cave. I am Batman. So June 1st, 2020, on World Star Hip Hop, it says Chicago Coons allegedly breaks into zoo and snatch up a monkey. So you snatched up yourself, basically, because that's what they could think we are, is fucking monkeys. That's what racist white people think we are, a fucking monkeys. And you sat there and broke into the fucking Chicago National Zoo. And not only was it, let me say this, not only was it that it was a dude that sat there and posted, he was on his little video or whatever with his friends, and they were talking about how they broke into the zoo with his little, looked like spider monkey. I'm calling him Bubbles, had Bubbles on his side. But they had pictures of how they let giraffes go. They let the hippo go. They let, I think it was a leopard or a panther or something go. It was so much shit that these motherfuckers let go that it was looking like Jumanji out there. You know when Jumanji, the damn stampede came through the house and started running through the house and ran into the city. You see the little fat, chunky rhinoceros tooting boot in the at the last minute coming back. That's what it looked like in the pictures. I'm like, y'all crazy as shit. And I know people were scared as hell. Because who wouldn't be scared of this big ass giraffe? You sitting there having you having dinner and shit, and you see a big ass giraffe walk past. Or you see this big ass hippopotamus in your damn pool water, thinking that it's what's the daggone hippo on Madagascar that Jada Pinkett Smith played in. But thought she was her, and she thought she was chunky. Chunky. But I was like, oh my goodness, y'all some stupid asses. I swear, y'all are not thinking. You went to a zoo and broke into the zoo, and you unleashed some of the most dangerous animals known to man. They may not have been dangerous to you at the moment, but most of those animals have not seen the light of day. And if they have, it has been in confinement of a certain amount of acres, or just the acre, if that, because a lot of times you go to, especially the National Zoo, the elephants don't even have enough room to run around and do what the fuck they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So they're in captivity. Most of them only deal with the humans that that breed them or take care of them. If that lion or hippo or giraffe decided to do something to you, or even damn Bubbles decided to do something to you, it would have been nothing that your friends or anything could have done besides shoot it. And then who's to say Bubbles wasn't gangster and could take a bullet? You know what I'm saying? We already know the giraffe and the hippo and everything else that you had let out, they was gonna take a few bullets. So before you put them down, that ass is gonna have you down. Crazy motherfuckers. I want to say it. I really do. Bless your heart. Kool-Aid, bless your heart, cause ain't nothing like some red Kool-Aid, some cherry, some fruit punch. What's the other one? The mystery pack. Y'all some dummies. Y'all really are. Just dummies. I don't understand it. I really don't. There was Tiffany Haddish. I haven't get on this, so I want to let her have it. June 5th, 2020, on allaboutthelaugh.com, Tiffany Haddish was called out by fans by censoring herself at the George Floyd memorial after Reverend Al Sharpton forgot to give her a shout out. It says Tiffany Haddish, wannabe A-lister Tiffany Haddish, and I love her, but she's trying too fucking hard. Up her ass, Tiffany Haddish. Let me say this, because I love you, Tiffany, and if you ever see this, I love you, but that was definitely the wrong place at the wrong motherfucking time. And to know that his death was the reason for all of these protests and this current civil rights movement, you was not fucking thinking like everybody else that's in this thing. It says Tiffany Haddish stopped the service. And she has a habit, and that may be why I keep saying that shit. Tiffany Haddish has a habit of being at award ceremonies and being at places doing interviews, and when she feels she's not being noticed, she definitely let it be known that she did. And it's not professional, and it's not a good look. Because yes, you are that it girl, or you was that it girl for a while when Girls Trip came out. But bitch, you have your title, you have your accolades. Don't sit there and lose those or be less of what those are because you're still trying to be noticed when you're already noticed. You may not notice it, but you are. Tiffany Haddish stopped the service of George Floyd's memorial, and it was because Al Sharpton said a lot of celebrity names that were currently at the memorial that he noticed that was there, or he already knew that he already wanted to say that was there. And because she didn't hear her name, she decided to call him out on it in the middle of the service and interrupt the service. Tiffany Haddish, I'm going to say this again. Your accolades are all you fucking need. Period. It should be no reason why you're doing what you're doing. There's no reason why. I want to end that because I want to be sensitive to her because I understand she comes from a place that most people don't come from. She's not used to certain things. That's just like with Cardi B. Cardi B was not used to certain things, but she got the right team and she's got her act together and she's still Cardi B, but she's more refined. So that's what we need for Tiffany Haddish. So if anything, if I have any critiques for her, she needs to get a team like Cardi B did. Even though Cardi B is still that wild girl that I love and still don't have no cut cards about what she say, she is more educated with how she say it and how she presents it. June 6, 2020, it says all Sanderson sisters is coming back, baby, for Hocus Pocus 2, or trying to come back for Hocus Pocus 2. It says could be returning. I say they will be returning because if anybody knows about Daggone Hocus Pocus the movie, that was the fucking movie. I don't know what anybody say. That is one of the best children. I ain't even say children, but family witch movies that has came out ever. It is funny. It teaches you some lessons. It also. It's one of the movies that bring the family together because you get to laugh, you get to talk, you get to discuss. And they say that they supposed to be making a part 2. It says back in March, it was announced that Hocus Pocus may actually do a re-up on it. They may actually do a part 2. It may be, I guess, a new version of the old one. It may be a prequel to what actually happened in the first one. Who knows? But it does say that they supposed to be in March. It was announced that Hocus Pocus is in the works. It doesn't say when it comes out. It's just in the works, and it's part 2. It says that there's no word if the original cast is actually going to be the stars of the movie. But it has been said that in an interview that Sarah Jessica Parker is very interested in doing the movie again. And sir, if you don't know, Sarah Jessica Parker was Sarah Sanderson in the movie. She was the youngest dopey sister that was like, mucka. The bitch was funny as shit in there. She was funny. And also in her interview, she was saying that, I guess she must have talked to the girls or whatever, and she was saying that she honestly feels that Bette Midler and, what's the lady name? Let me see if I get her name right. Kathy McJean, I think that's how you say it. The one that played Winifred and what's the other one? I can't think of the other one. It was Winifred, Sarah, and the big girl that always wanted to eat. That's what I would just say. But they say they all wanted, they interested in doing the movie again. I think this is past overdue. I think our generation a couple of generations prior should have had this movie. And I do think the best way of doing this movie so they can get the same nostalgia and the same energy and the same feel as we gotten in the 80s and the 90s on this movie is to have the old team. That's just like I said about Charmed, and I'm not gonna get on it. Charmed was never supposed to be a remake with new women. Period. I'm not gonna get on it because I could get deep into that because that's my favorite show of all time is Charmed. But I do feel that this movie, you cannot you cannot do this movie without the original three characters. Now this, but I will say I would want this. I would want Danny to have grew up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I would have one of her brothers to have grew up or whatever. And I would have wanted the focus to be more so on Danny the girl because of the fact that we don't know what happened after. You know what I'm saying? Because she had actually had a spell put on her. The boy never did. He got attacked with a spell, but she had a spell put on her. So maybe some way, shape, or form, she can be the connection to how they get back. Or let's say that her brother and the other girl, I can't think of her name, the one that wound up being his girlfriend at the end, had kids, and then the sisters come for their children. Just like they did in the other movie with the other kids, but they come for their children. And it'd be more so of a darker hocus pocus. But either way, I'm here for it. I'm definitely here for the new hocus pocus. So let's get it going. And we need the original three bitches. The original bad bitches in charge because they did that. It's you can't tell me that them three together did not do that. And then Beth Miller, she still looks good to this day. Like you can't catch her while you can because who's to say that the way people dying these days, and I don't put that on her, but the way the people die, we have good stars dying, good musicians dying that should not die because we need another album from them to get this next generation right or these next few generations that came after me right because we need y'all music and we need y'all acting because I don't know what's going on. This irks my nerves. Stupid ass teens again. June 3rd, 2020, on DailyMail.com, white teens start a disgusting George Floyd challenge on social media. It says the new disgraceful social media challenge, George Floyd challenge, started on Snapchat. The participants are mostly white men, and a few videos and photos show a young man smiling in the photos and kneeling down onto the necks of their friends. I'm sorry. It was a few young men in different videos and photos that were kneeling down on their friends, on the necks of their friends. It says the source of the original photo and video has yet to be found, but they do know that the police evidence points to the first video and photo being shown was in Ohio. So Ohio, y'all need to watch out. This is sick. You know what I'm saying? This is sick. This has it is so fucking sick and so disgusting and so disgraceful and so disrespectful to not only to the man himself, but to us as black people and to anybody one of you motherfuckers that sat there and did them damn videos and photos and say that you're friends with black people or that have friends with black people. You were never a motherfucking friend to them. Period. It's so it's so bad that this challenge has grown so big that it even reached as far as the UK. It says there were 3 teens in the UK that got arrested for the fact that it was considered a hate crime in the UK by sharing the photos and videos. That's exactly what the fuck it should be. Because you're promoting racism and you're promoting hate. And even though you may think that shit funny, but it's not funny. It's not funny at all. Would it be funny if I sat there and wore a damn a white hooded a mask and sat there and hung a fucking white motherfucker and sprayed blackface on the motherfucking white hooded mask? No, it would not. So let's stop this shit. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all keep doing this shit and think it's okay and funny because you got this stupid ass motherfucking president that it should have been put out of office and he's giving you the okay to do this shit. Now, have y'all ever thought about what the fuck happens when he's out of office and we get a new person in office and damn well it will be a Democrat in office and damn well majority of the people that help this Democrat are going to be black, gay, trans, or bisexual. Get y'all shit together. This is ridiculous. We are a country that's supposed to be about unity. Why the fuck are we called United States of America? The main word in our fucking country is united. There is no unity in this country. There hasn't been unity in this country for centuries, and it needs to start now. Because everybody else in these other countries are looking at us. And even though they have their own shit going on with the coronavirus and the Black Lives Matter movements and everything, their shit is not as crazy and detrimental as it is in the U.S. Because in other countries, we are respected. We're more respected in other countries than we are in our own country. It's sad. June 4, 2020 on Fox 5, a young a 9-year-old Karen Johnson, I think that's Karen or K Ryan or something like that. I'm gonna say Karen, the way that it's spelled, because it's spelled like Ryan and K. Karen Johnson. I'm sorry. Karen Johnson sells bracelets to help the Minneapolis rebuild after the riots. I think this is amazing. I think this is something that we should have been seeing. I think that the fact that it's coming from our babies, and when I say babies, because he's 9 years old, is amazing to me because it gives me hope that even if the generations prior to him can't do it to make things better, his generation is. Karen Johnson has raised over, if not more by now, $25,000 for families in need by the selling his bracelets. Excuse me. He says that Tanner, his best friend, came up with the idea, and that he wasn't sure if he wanted to do it. But I guess because when you have your best friend and they're boosting you on, and then you also have people around you that's boosting you on to do something, it's nothing you can do. That faith of a mustard seed turns into a fucking faith of a damn watermelon or the fucking world. So I commend you, little boy. It says that his family was very proud of him, and that when they realized that it had became bigger than what they expected or what he even expected, they jumped right on it. They said that they didn't want to see him struggle. They wanted to make sure he got everything right, and they was happy for him, and they wanted things to prosper for him. And that's what they doing, and that's what a family should do. And I commend you all, because you could have said no. You could have told him no. You could have stirred him in another direction, but you didn't. And I'm happy that you didn't, because you are the type of parents that we need in these next generations. These are the type of those parents right there are the type of parents that the generations after 2000 basically 2000, I'm gonna say 2003 when I graduated. They need parents like this that get involved, that motivate them to do things like this, because this may be something small for somebody else, but when you think about it, it's big, because this changes the way this young man thinks. I don't know what his parents teaching him about racism, but he's being taught that during bad times it's still light at the end of the tunnel, and he's that light for a lot of people, especially when he's sitting there donating his money that he gets it seems like all his proceeds to families in need in Minneapolis. I'm happy, and I'm very happy at that. I'm very happy to see that, and it's amazing to me. Like, it's very amazing to me to see that. It's not something that you see every day, and it's something that's definitely needed. So, get myself together. So, let's get right into rainbowology. Rainbowology, if you don't know, is anything dealing with the GLBTQ, ABCDD, children of the rainbow corn. Ta-da! So, it deals with that, and it also deals with education in the terms of that week. So this week's term of the week is questioning. If you don't know what questioning is, I will tell you. Questioning is an individual there was a time when someone is unsure about exploring their own sexual presentation or their gender identity. Clips version, questioning means that your ass don't know what the fuck you want. It means that you're confused and that you're confused, and it's okay to be confused in the beginning. But nigga and bitch, you ain't confused 20, 10, 15, not even 3, not even 6 fucking months. After you done fucked more than one male, you know what the fuck you are. If you done fucked more than one male and female, then you know you bisexual. If you fucked more than one damn male, you know you're gay. If you fuck more than one transsexual, depending on the transsexuals that you deal with, you either gay or you straight. Come on. Don't sit there and give me that bullshit. I understand when you first come out, you are questioning who you are. You know what I'm saying? The path that you're going down and all of those things. And it takes time. But it don't take no damn 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, up to 20 fucking years. You know what the fuck you is after that amount of time. Everybody else may not know. Everybody may not like it. But you know what the fuck you are. You're just not willing to accept it. The topic that I'm going to bring up is always sensitive to me because of the fact that it pertains to me in a lot of ways. It's sad because of the fact that it's never stopping. It don't seem that it's ever going to stop. And it needs to, but it doesn't seem like it's ever going to stop. I know I'm going to talk about this first. On YouTube, there was a young transgender woman beat up by a mob. I don't know if it was women, but I've seen a lot of men. So I'm just going to say a lot of men. A mob of men in a convenience store. This video was so graphic and so it just looked like, if you watch Animal Planet, which most people do, or at least seen it once, have you ever seen hyenas eat a live eat live animals? And not just 1 or 2, I'm talking about like 10 of them come and just start eating. Or piranhas eat something. That's how the fuck they look like on beating on this young lady. I don't know if she was young lady, old lady, but I'm gonna say young lady. It was sad because it didn't say she was defenseless. She was defenseless. She may have was swinging and everything, but they had her pent up on a wall, and it looked like an ice cream freezer, and it was nothing she could do. I'm telling you, it was a good 20 motherfuckers beating her ass, and for what, I have no idea. I don't care what the fuck it was for. But the sad thing about it was that I don't know if it was the store owners or the store employees, but they sat there, and I don't know if it was because it was nothing that they felt they gonna do because of so many people. But somebody should have been fucking called the moment they seen the motherfuckers acting stupid towards her. That's my issue with you foreign motherfuckers. A lot of you foreign motherfuckers that work in stores. Y'all call the police for somebody coming at y'all. But when the drama is going on in the store and it does not pertain to you, you wait till the last minute to call the police. I think that is stupid. And I'm not just saying all foreign people that own stores, but this also goes for anybody that owns a fucking store that I've ever been into. I've seen a lot of shit go down, and you deal with a lot of shit, and you wait till you about to either lose your life, or somebody about to jump over the fucking counter, or somebody else in there is getting their ass beat, and your store basically fucked up, and you got to sit there and build, just take a day to clean up your store and put your shit back on the thing before you call anybody. Y'all need to stop that, because I don't know if this girl died or she got brain damage or whatever. It did not state that. But I do know y'all young insecure motherfuckers, and all of you old heads insecure motherfuckers, you knew what the fuck you was talking to before. And if you didn't, you had an inkling. And when I say you had an inkling, you kind of knew that this woman wasn't no ordinary woman. And the fact that you sat there and I believe that you had to have more than one boy with you. But not only that, but the fact that you dumb motherfucking youngins, and some of you older men, because it looked like there was some older men in there too. The fact that you felt insecure yourself to even join, and that was not your fight, because I don't believe 20-some people that was your motherfucking fight. You can hear some women or some girls yelling, y'all need to stop fighting her or fighting him or whatever the case may be. But it was nothing that they could have did, I don't think, because of the fact that it was so many other men. And the men were swinging just to be swinging. Half of the motherfuckers swinging just to be swinging. I don't know what the situation was. Y'all are sickening with this shit. And half of the motherfuckers that do this shit, and majority of the ones that was probably beating up on her, probably has tried to talk to a transsexual, have actually talked to a transsexual, probably fucked her, or tried to talk to her. And then because of the fact that you seen one of your boys or seen somebody beating her up, and because you felt some need, because you was insecure in yourself and who you are, and the fact that your friends ain't your fucking friends, and your family ain't really your family if they blood or not, because if they was blood and they was real family and they was real friends, you being gay and who the fuck you sleep with would matter the least to them. The shit that you did to that woman would have mattered more than you being fucking gay, bisexual, or anything else, or trans attracted. Period. And I'm done. I'm done. Because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of talking about this. I'm going to continue to talk about it, but I'm tired of talking about it until y'all motherfuckers get y'all shit together. It's a fucking shame. It's a fucking shame. Like, why can't y'all get y'all shit together? It's irritating me, because every generation y'all get closer and closer to coming out. All you insecure black motherfuckers, because it was all black and red bones and everything else. And all you dirty dick motherfuckers probably fucked her, tried to talk to her or something. Or if didn't, you probably just jumped in because your boy jumped in, you dumb ass. Hope all of y'all motherfuckers get locked in prison. And I hope half of y'all motherfuckers that sat there and jumped just because you was stupid and didn't know that your boy was fucking her or giving her a coin for this, or actually her friend, and then you found out. I hope you get fucked in the ass, backwards and sideways and every fucking thing else, because your stupid ass jumped in and didn't even know what the fuck you was jumping into. You just jumped in because she was trans. Got me all heated and shit, and I can't even get my papers together. June 4th, 2020, on Out.com, Pole Season 3 could lose ballroom scenes and kissing scenes. It says usually on the new episode starts the premieres the first week in June, but basically Pole starts around Pride time, Black Pride, which I enjoy because it gives you some anticipation for Black Pride. And it says, but due to the pandemic, it is not possible, and that since the show is on a standstill, there has not been any writing for the third season whatsoever. So it says that the place the fact that the ballrooms had so many people and that the kissing scenes involved so much and so many times of doing it, that basically they wouldn't be able to do it. The ballroom scenes usually they say is between 125 and 150 people. I understand why you're not going to do it, and I understand, and I do not feel that it's wrong for you not doing it. I do feel like this is the time to stir somewhat away from the ballroom, because not every gay, trans, and bisexual or lesbian experience is ballroom related. I do understand what the product and the vision of pros is supposed to be for, but you have to think about it. You already started a chain reaction when you let Angel become a model, when you let Poppy become a manager, when you let Damien become a famous dance instructor, when you sat there and Pray Tell is a fashion designer, when you sat there and made show Electra that, you know what I'm saying, even though she's still in sex work, is something different. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, especially with Candy being gone, I think this is the time to focus more so on the characters and not on certain major parts of the thing. I know ballroom's a major part, and I do feel like they still should have a little something, even if it's like Pride. Focus on Pride, because we had Black Pride, and in DC, baby, if Black Pride was it back in the and I'm gonna say in 2000. And for me, it was it in the early 2000s. I know it was it in the 90s, but for me, it was it in 2002 and 2003 and 2004, 2005, 2006. Focus on those. You know what I'm saying? I do think that ballroom could still happen, but I think you should show the decline and what happened to ballroom, because for a minute ballroom had fell off, and not a lot, but ballroom had became more so about the houses beefing with each other than about just the ballroom scene and the community itself. So I say focusing on that. But I do feel that it definitely needs to come back. I think it's needed and everything, and I hope that it comes back. And I hope it comes back with a bang. I think that you should. I know that you have the two new children that came with Blanca. I know that Electra has her legendary house. I want to see what Lulu doing, because we haven't seen Lulu in a while. I definitely feel like you should not get rid of Damon, Angel, and Poppy. I think they should be like accent pieces throughout the season, because they still should be able to keep in contact with Blanca or pop up here and there, because Angel and Poppy only over the bridge, so they should be able to pop up at the shows. And Angel, it should, and I feel like, you know what, I feel like it should be some rivalry for a minute between Angel and the new girl, because of the fact that Angel is the only female child that Blanca has. And I think due to the fact that Angel is so used to being the only female child, I think with the new girl, she will bring a little challenge to Angel. And I think because the new girl is already timid, I think she's going to build her confidence the more and more she's on the show, and she's definitely going to be a force to reckon with. But I think her and Angel going to be beefing for a little bit. So yeah, so we're gonna go into spotlight, and when I say spotlight, I'm talking about introducing you to new people, new products, and new businesses. And I found one in particular that I love. I have not purchased anything from them yet, but I definitely will in the coming weeks or coming days. I mean, it depends. It honestly depends on the coin. You know what I'm saying? On the coin. But baby, I'm gonna say MrSlayDontPlay. I'm gonna say baked goods, because I don't know if he has a legitimate name for his business. But on Facebook and Instagram, there's a man. I can't say young man because he look like he's my age, but a man, and his profile name is MrSlayDontPlay. And I'm gonna add on to it MrSlayDontPlay. I'm gonna say MrSlayDontPlay baked goods, baby, because them things look so good. If you go onto his page, you be like, this some shit that look like got the little wax on it, and you put it in the window or something for display at a bakery, so that the people can see what it is, but it's not edible. But his stuff looks so good. He has, I'm gonna just name a few things. He has strawberry shortcake cheesecake, Reese the Reese peanut butter cheesecake. Baby, I had to try the chocolate eclair cheesecake, because if you don't know what the fuck chocolate eclair is, baby, you ain't live. Because chocolate eclair is, if it's done right, oh baby, it's good. He has the apple pies, and not just any apple pies, baby. He got the big chunks of pieces of apple pie with the brown sugar crumble on top of it. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. He got the banana pudding with the damn vanilla wafers, baby. And this ain't no little like 10 vanilla wafers. The Manellas. It's the motherfucker like a whole pack. The lemon pound cake. I don't know if it was lemon pound cake. I don't know if it was orange pound cake, but that pound cake look good. It almost made me drool out the mouth. So everybody, I need you to go to Instagram and Facebook at Mr. Slay I Don't Play, at Mr. Slay, and I'm gonna spell it at I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say capital, at MrSlayDontPlay, Mr. Slay Don't Play, because I'm guarantee you. I didn't see the prices because he does not have them. I guess you have to DM him and tell him what you want and how many that you want, and then he will price them for you. But baby, I guarantee you, just by the way that they look, they are amazing. And then the way that people are commenting on this man's work, I know they're amazing. I know amazing food when I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fat girl. So that sugar was calling my name. So yes, go to Mr. Slay Don't Play baked goods, and yes, I added baked goods, sir. So if you want to give me a little ching ching for adding the baked goods, I surely appreciate it. But I definitely, within the next week or two, I will definitely be buying something from you. If it ain't a pound cake, it's gonna be something. It's probably gonna be like 2 pound cakes. You know, my fat butt gonna eat half a pound cake within like 2 or 3 days anyway, if not less. My second spotlight is because I recently got blessed with something, and I don't want to boast about it, but because I was told that it seemed as though I was boasting about it. But if you know my story, and you know how hard I work to get things, and you know how hard that I work to keep them, and it's a lot of the things that I do to keep them. Especially if you're close to me, you know it's some things that I probably shouldn't be doing to keep them, but I do it anyway because I work too fucking hard, and I ask nobody for help unless they offer it to me, and then I even then say no, I don't need it, and then you know what I'm saying. So I got me a truck. I can't even say I got me an SUV, and I thank the Lord so much for that. It's gonna help me so much. But I definitely want to give shout out to Woodbridge Public Auto Auction, because not only did you help me, but you broke down everything for me. And this was the first car that I ever brought. This is the first time me getting car insurance. This is the first time for everything when it's coming down to a car. And when I say these people were so helpful, they literally let me and one of my best friends sit there and for like at least we had to be out there for at least a good 2 hours, walking back and forth in circles, looking at cars. And when I say circles, back and forth, looking at cars. And I really do appreciate you all, because y'all took y'all time, and y'all was like, don't rush, you know what I'm saying? And even though we got an auction going on, you know, keep doing what you're doing, you know, just be careful because cars are moving around here. And I really appreciate your help for breaking down what each thing meant, and what was best for me and what was best for my pocket, and just all around customer service and the way that you treated me. I do feel like if you're trying to buy a car straight out, even though it may have certain little issues like mine's had a little issue, but I got rid of it. It wasn't that much. It literally wasn't that much to get done. It was just the hassle of somebody to to fix it. But Woodbridge Public Auto Auction, they actually have auctions on the internet, on Facebook, and I think they have it on Instagram. But they're definitely on Facebook. Every Friday and Saturday and then Sunday, and they do them live. So I don't know if you can bid live. I don't think if they changed it yet. But when they were doing, when I first started looking at their live, they were not doing live. They wasn't doing live bidding, but they definitely have some amazing cars up there. A lot of their cars, believe it or not, are brand spanking new. Ooh, excuse me. Let me drink something because I had damn hiccups. First I was sleeping on the video. Now I got the hiccups. I don't know what's going on. But, yeah, they definitely do. Because I wish that I was able to pay for a brand new car straight out, because the car that I wanted, the car that I originally was looking for was a Nissan Altima. But they definitely had what I needed and what the Lord had meant for me. So I thank you. I thank you, Lord. I thank everybody that was there rooting me on. I thank everybody that's still there cheering me on and trying to keep me together because it's a huge responsibility. I already got two, but this is another big responsibility, and I know it was meant for me, so it's gonna stay. It's gonna be here. It's gonna be here for a while. So definitely go to Woodbridge Auto Public Auto Auction. It's on 11-1108 Horner Road, Alexandria. I'm sorry. 1108 Horner Road, A, Woodbridge, Virginia 22191. And the telephone number that they can be reached at is 703-643-1189. And that's Woodbridge Public Auto Auction. And definitely go there, even if you just go to the auction and you don't see anything right away, because they definitely don't show you everything. They don't show you everything. They have a list of things that they're going to put on auction that day. And honestly, to me it seemed like it's probably better to just look at the cars individually, price them out, you know what I'm saying, and see how much you can pay, and just pay for it straight out like I did. Because to go to an auction, I feel like when you go to the auction, they're going to throw a number out, and the bid just going to keep going up and up, and you may actually spend more than what the car actually was in the beginning. I didn't have to do that. I went straight there, gave him my coin, gave him the coin for the all of the paperwork, signed my paperwork, made sure I had my insurance, and I was done. And when I say the cars are good, I'm not going to say they're amazing, because some of the cars are like fixer-uppers, but that's okay. But the cars that aren't fixer-uppers, baby, if I was able to grab one with the coin that I had, I definitely would have, because it was some stuff out there like 2000, I'm going to say 18, 19. So they wasn't too many years off of what you needed. And they had some very nice cars. And it looked like luxury, like the luxury version of the cars half of the time. So definitely go to Woodbridge Public Auto Auction at 1108 Horner Road, A, Woodbridge, Virginia 22192. And the telephone number is 703-643-1189. And you can also check out their live auctions and see how they do their live auctions on Facebook. I'm not sure about Instagram, but definitely go on Facebook at Woodbridge Public Auto Auction. I definitely need you all to go to MrSlayDontPlay Baked Goods. Baked goods. That's what I say. Baked goods. I added it to it. Baked goods. Okay? MrSlayDontPlay Baked Goods at Instagram and Facebook. And I definitely don't believe you're not going to be dissatisfied with this man's food. You just look at it and it make your mouth and everything in you water. That's how good the food looks. I want to take this time for everybody that came and watched the video. I thank you for supporting Loose Rap. I thank you for always being here watching. And I thank you for all the feedback. I thank you for all the likes. I thank you for all the shares. I ask you to continue to do that. And I ask you to continue to grow with us and follow us and enjoy the show. And enjoy me. And anything that you want to see on the show, any suggestions, anything you just want to say to me, it can be hi, it can be how you doing, what made you do this. You can definitely hit me up on looserapshowllc@gmail.com, and you can also hit me up at looserapshow on Instagram and at looserapshow on Facebook. We will eventually have a Twitter, and we eventually have a Snapchat. But right now, all the only platforms that we have for social media are at Loose Rap Show at Instagram and at Loose Rap Show on Facebook. And like I said, if you have any fan mail, any suggestions, any topics, you can actually hit me up directly in the DM at Loose Rap Show at Loose Rap Show at Instagram.com or at Loose Rap Show on Facebook. And I definitely will respond one way or another. Either it's personally on your page or it will be personally in your DM. And I thank you for everything that y'all done for me to, constantly be on Instagram and Facebook. And I ask you to share and, have conversations about the show and continue to follow, like, and continue showing me love. So I thank you all, and I hope you all enjoyed this show, episode 6. Season 1 of Loose Rap Show, and I hope you all have a good night.